having shells on me.
What did you do then?
We went, my brother had, I guess, got outside through the study doors because he ran toward the study window door. And you had to kind of go over this. I think we went over the little concrete thing. It was over to the side of the door on the left. And we went through that door and we just sprinted to the room, hoping to get there when they were not expecting us.
And what did you do?
My brother got there first, and we just burst through the doors, and I started firing.
Was the room lit?
No.
Could you see?
No, it was dark. The lights were out, and I remember seeing, I don't remember too well, but I remember seeing shadow right off to the right, and my brother over to the left. He ran off into that direction, and I started firing immediately in the direction of whoever was standing right there.
Was the TV on? Do you remember? Was there any light in the room?
The TV, I remember, I found out later that the TV was on. I don't actually remember the TV being on, but there was probably light in the room from the TV.
When you started firing, do you remember if your parents were standing or seated, or do you have a clear memory of that?
I remember who I realized was my dad at some point, sort of coming forward in my direction. So he was standing, and I remember firing directly at him. I believe he fell back.
Was there a lot of firing going on?
Yeah, my brother was, I guess, firing, and there was things shattering, and the noise was phenomenal, and we fired lots of, many times, and there were just glass, and you could hear things breaking, and you could hear the ringing noises from the booms, and there was the smoke from the guns, and it was basically just chaos, and I really didn't know who was firing at who and what was going on. I just was doing firing my gun, and that's what I just was trying to think about, that and not freezing.
Do you remember firing a very close shot at your father?
I believe so.
At what part of his body?
From the side, behind, kind of. I ended up there. I don't remember the shot, really, but I remember the picture.
The picture you saw here? Are you talking about your dad's head wound?
Yes.
And do you think you did that?
Yes.
At some point, was your gun empty?
Yes.
And was there something about your mother that you learned then, either through Eric, or you saw something or heard something?
Could see sort of behind my dad, really barely, but could see somebody moving, seemed like moving in the direction of where my brother should be. And so I reloaded.
You reloaded? Is that yes?
Yes.
And what did you do after you reloaded?
I ran around and shot my mom.
Where did you shoot her?
I just reached over and I shot her close.
Was that the last shot that was fired? Is that yes?
Yes. Yes.
What did you do after that?
I dropped my gun and I went into the foyer and I sat against the wall.
Where was your brother?
I don't really remember. I remember seeing him later against the other wall.
In the foyer?
Yes.
Did you stay there for a while?
We stayed, I'm not exactly sure how long, but I remember thinking that I had to talk to my brother and seeing him and sort of just being against the wall and just not being able to talk to him. Didn't have the energy. And so I don't know exactly how long we were there, but several minutes, maybe longer.
And at some point,